beauty competition in Westport. And it was a fundraising dance for the Order of Malta. See, at that time, there were even ladies get into the Order of Malta. There's no one there. Yeah. And now, Mary Gibbons, I don't know who that is. She was given
Josephine Streams.
And she was Flaherty, is that her? Her. Oh no, she was Flaherty, and Maureen Hastings, Maureen McKenna at the time. Yeah, and Liam Lyons, cousin of mine too. So, and she's Millie Gray. Millie Gray. I don't know who that is. But pick a winner. Pick a winner.
Sheila Kilkelly.
Which one?
Sheila Kilkelly in the white dress.
Is Sheila there?
Yeah.
Maureen McKenna.
Where is Sheila?
In the white dress.
White.
Oh, in there. And Sheila, oh, tell Sheila, she's lovely. And I'll pick a winner.
Maureen McKenna.
Yes.
Maureen McKenna. And Maureen worked for us for a while, so she got to retire. Lovely girl. Or Mick died suddenly. Her husband there. Now we're at the stations again, Father Tom Lynch. I'd be my serving at that maybe. No, it wouldn't be. No, just before. It wouldn't be at that time. No. Now this is Garden Garden. He lived in Athlone Street, and that's the Fjord up by his house. That's the passing his house in Athlone Street. And you remember? Yeah. He and his colleague Gar Johnson were badly beaten up on Shop Street one night outside the Munster and Independence it was at the time. They were attacked by a few local thugs and badly beaten. Oh, and they never the same again after. Now, I have to check this out in Lisbon, but I think he's a Mr. Moran, a teacher, and that's the first day at school that we did. Isn't it lovely? Doing his little bag and the welcome, isn't it nice? It's the first day at school. Yeah. My first day at school, Sister Dominic had a lovely novel. Everyone used to talk about her. I remember when I sat down, I looked around me and I got a slap across the face of the fellow behind me. It was a rude awakening to the real world. I just like Cannon. And I said, "What are you looking at?" Harry. And poor Harry, he was, when he was retired or almost retired, he used to go down every Friday, down Bridge Street to the post office for his pension. And I'd be there on Bridge Street and they'd have opened up and I'd be up in the street and might be rain and that. Great rain, he'd say. That's a thank for you, the rest of the over. There's a whole story about that, a pickup truck, Willie Kelly that lived in there. Nice fellow. He was Miss O'Sullivan's brother, but he always parked, that was always parked there. There was some story about it, I can't remember now. I heard it talked about, I think, on your program, Martin, on I. Yeah. Willie Kelly, wasn't it Willie? Yeah. So, that was my car. ZP 5072 at that time. By God, I could fly that car. At the same time, now, they weren't surfaced much. Do you used to put? Or the mic? What do you do without your car? It was tar and chips, on the streets, and after a while they become not so comfortable to walk on even. But eventually then it was incorporated, I think, into the county council. See, that was an urban street. Bridge Street was a county street, and one side of the Octagon, so that's the funding was there for that, but not for some of the other streets. Because I went to him for Peter Street and High Street was termite. I remember it in a very rough state for a long, long time. Annie, you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Martin, you do, yes? Yeah.
What was that to live on it?
Exactly. No. You know Joe Lynch? Joe was a great man, a lovely man. And in Accra, Mary Lavelle, not to mention her 720, the dance hall, Mulligan's Hall. And that's where we were really starting. Myself and Jackie, my brother, we used to drive down to the dances there and we'd stand up in the corner and I'd photograph, a couple would dance up in front of me and I'd photograph them. And Jackie would take down their name and then take their money if they had it. It was 1 and 6pence a postcard or 2 for half a crown. Can you figure that out now today? 1 and 6pence each or 2 for half a crown. 1 and 6pence by 2 was 3 shillings. So you saved 6pence by getting 2. And that's if she would maintain 2 you by her own. Yeah. If it was a one night stand, you wouldn't. Not those times, so I'm afraid. So Joe, I'm sorry, we'll go back to that. Joe, anyway, I took Joe there, and the next thing when I was finished taking that, I was talking to him, and he was a very nice fellow, and a crowd queued all the way up the hall to him before that. Oh, sure, this was man from heaven, but somehow it was a big bag of money, and we didn't tell the revenue commissioners. That's Bertie McRae now. He was a friend of mine who grew up with him. And he was Groomsman already, wasn't he? He was, and he was a very good rower in the Dublin team, rowing. He was good, very strong. Okay, his father was from Ballinrobe, I think. Jimmy Welch and Paul Common. Jimmy was the father of cycling in Westport, even though he had one down his knee, it was a stiff knee, and he had his bicycle fixed with one pedal and he used to do all the work with the other foot. And he was all the cycling out then, it was big stuff then. They all used to go to Jimmy for service about the bicycles and that. There, you know where O'Donnell's Ashton Crafts are there, that's where it was. Leo Joyce was a great fisherman, he won lots of cups and that. You know the little cottage, the lovely house there for the
36.
Bridge, yeah.
Oh,
Tommy Joe is very well known in Westport, Democrat Continent. And that's with Doris McMahon, I think. I think it's Doris McMahon, you know, where McCarthy's pub is now, she lives there, Doris and her sister. Now, he's Moran from the Quay, one of the Morans, and that's one of the kings of Atramont, Castlebar Street. It's on his knee. I don't know the other two.
Evelyn is there.
Who?
Evelyn King is back there in the corner.
Evelyn is here. Where is that?
Down there.
Really, Evelyn? Oh, isn't that great? Had you a good night that night?
That's her husband, Walter.
Walter.
Yes, her
That's
husband.
right. Walter Moran. Not sitting there.
From Manford's Terrace.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah. Yeah. Don't you tell us any more about it? Oh, it's lovely to see you again. Now this soccer team is big. That's Christy Moran.
Ernie Smith.
Who that is? I can't see him. Michael Gravy.
That's one of the Welches, yeah.
John Moran.
That's
Dave Toole.
Little Pappy.
John Paul. The Goss.
Who's that?
The Goss. Ernie Smith. Liam Coyne. Matt Nally, what's his name?
Jim McNally.
Jim.
Brendan
Brendan
McNally. Oh, that's nice, yeah. Sydney Costelline during the port of Sydney, he was forever winning fishing competitions. So everybody won it, and he was hardly and he's a great fellow.
did well to catch him in the mall.
What?
You did well to catch him in the mall.
Very well said. No, this is at a soccer match. No,
Oh, it is, yeah.
it's sort of our paper or something.
Oh, sheep.
Michael's favourite.
Hammering in with the glass.
Oh, yeah. This is again, was the same
Boxing.
team against the division, the soccer dance.
Great again.
What?
Boxing.
Oh, boxing.
Yeah. That's big part given from to the west.
It was a boxing club, was it?
No, that's a soccer tournament.
A boxing tournament. Oh, was it? Because they were all soccer people, they were.
They're all soccer.
Oh, that's not a thing, that's Mick O'Grady.
Huh?
Mick O'Grady, I'm wrong.
That's Michael
Yeah.
Grady from the Domain.
He's Michael, yeah.
Michael,
That's Michael Grady, Michael Grady.
That's the
Thank
guy.
you, Barbara. John
That's
Foy,
Foy.
James Morgan, Fred McBride, and Dave Toole.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't remember the boxing.
No, sorry.
Oh, this now was the rehearsal for, I know the actual scene from The Righteous Are Bold, which was written by Pat Carney, who was a native of Bill Street, Westport, an uncle of Gabriel Kelly. He was a famous playwright, but that play was a marvelous play. It was about a woman came back from England, possessed by the devil, and to someplace out in Roosevelt she was living in. She was playing havoc in the house because she smashed all the pictures and all that kind of thing. And oh, it was great fight around, oh my God. And the people on the edge of the seats. And Mrs. Rabbit, remember Mrs. Rabbit? She was great. She played the lead part and she really did it well and she terrified the whole place. And Dennis Franks, who was a very famous producer-director of plays, and he was a European, he's in Europe somewhere, but he was really quite good. And some of the cast asked me, Jackie Nolan was the priest in it, that was to take the devil out of Mr. Rabbit. That was after the other tea, you know. This one, he was doing his best there. And at the really high points, I took flash. I was so green, I didn't know my job. Flash photographs, and Dennis Franks from First Circle inside, behind the scenes, because it was spoiling the moment, you know. Everything's there. Oh, that's the cast, yeah. You can't see the different doors now. Now, this was the opening of the textile factory in Westport, which you had pictured for a period. And that was the mass, Sean the Mass was an excellent man. And he was there for the opening. There was a ceremony, and of course, Gabriel had a mass service in charge of them. At the time, it was sacristan. Not
Alan King.
it was sacristan. What?
Tim Kelly.
What?
Brian Spicer's brother. Ed.
And they all grew up there.
Did he?
This is one of the Westport teams in the Ross Pageant. Oscar Morton, Ray Kennedy.
Goss.
Patrick Brady.
Tom.
What?
Gosh, I'm going to come.
I've already come to the last.
There's Noel Burke in the back and Jim McNally. Is it?
Well, Barry Conlon was at the right there, and he said to me one time, at the stage, very little money anyways, he said, well, we'll come for a good sight. And Paddy McRoy appeared to be Sean's brother too. And the three of us were out to borrow bicycles. And went to borrow a bit of a tent from Mickey Burley. Are you still here?
Yes.
Yeah, I got an old FCA tent, it was about a ton of weight, and to tie in the back of the bike. And there was holes in it you never told me about.
Can you repeat that, please?
It's not good anyway.
That's true. And we cycled the first day up to to Sligo. And the sun was all on the left-hand side, and the left arm and leg was fried. Couldn't sleep that night at all in the tent. And then we went on again to Newry. And Corey had cousins in Newry, the Gallagher's, and there's one of the Gallagher's from Newry here tonight. You're welcome. And I might be in the same house, but they were your cousins. And they were very kind to us, and we stayed there and went to a dance that night and all. And cycled around the place, and we cycled back down as far as Ballaghy and stuff the next morning, because we had only so many days, and the money was running out. I had £2.10 going, and we used to stop up on the side of the road. We saw a farmer outside the house, and we'd ask for a drink of water. We'd end up getting a plate of potatoes to boil the potatoes. So they marked potatoes on the pot. And anyway, we cycled then to Ballaghy and stuff, and it was an oblate, I think it was an oblate founders or something. It was a monastery. And we went to the monastery and said, could we stay in the hay shed? Because one night, the night before that, some night, we weren't drenched. The water poured in and there was no tent. That's a fact. So, we did, and it was a lovely sleep in the hay. There was no sleeping bags in those times either.